Welcome, everyone, to another Silicon Labs product podcast. This is a continuation, another episode covering the wireless Express families. Today we're going to talk with Nick a little bit more in detail about the Wi-Fi Express family. So thanks, Nick, for joining us again.
Yeah, good. Glad to be back.
Yeah. So one thing we didn't touch on in the last podcast was what exactly makes up the Wi-Fi Express family, and what are the products that people can look at, and what are they going to be searching for?
Okay, well, we've got two new series. We've got the BGX series, which is obviously the Bluetooth stuff, and under the Wi-Fi group here, we've got the WGX series. Most of the parts in the WGX series will come out next year, but because the whole product line is very closely modeled to the acquisition we made from Zentry, a lot of the Zentry parts are automatically being donated to this WGX series. So you'll see that the AMW007, as an example, our super low-cost solution, is in the family. You'll also see the AMW037, which is the same product but with an antenna, donated to the series as well.
Okay, perfect. And so in the other episode, you explained that these Wi-Fi solutions, you think the ideal solution for them are customers that are redesigning a product and adding Wi-Fi to it. They're trying to add Wi-Fi to an existing design. And so can you explain maybe why do they find it easy to use the Wi-Fi Express solution? What are there some technical features that makes it easy for the retrofit?
Yeah, so the product is really designed to hang off a serial port. So in a lot of these existing products that are out in the field today, they tend to have diagnostic ports and so forth, which is where the maintenance engineers come along. They plug in the diagnostics tool and find out what's going on. The reality of it is, with this kind of product, we can use that serial port to provide the same data, which is then provided out to a remote location, a cloud service, or some other remote location. So they are peripheral products. They're not the core processing product. So the core processing product remains that vending machine. It remains that HVAC system. We are taking advantage of the fact that the diagnostics data is presented on serial ports.
So basically, if they have a serial port, we provide with the reference projects and examples on the site quick ways for them to take that serial port data and put it to the Wi-Fi network.
That's right.
So
fundamentally, the workflow is that you would configure the product. This can be pre-configured in the device, or the host microcontroller can do the configuration across the serial port. Once that configuration is done, anything presented on the serial port is then sent to the location that you're looking to send the data to. So in reality, what these products are is they are glorified wireless serial cables.
Okay.
In its simplest,
which
1,000-foot view.
Mean, Silicon Labs has always been a USB bridge company provider, and now we're adding bridge solutions for wireless, and so in this case it's a UART or a serial port to Wi-Fi.
That's right.
Perfect extension of where we've had success in the past.
That's right. And as we explained in the previous episodes, what we're trying to do is avoid the historic complexities around wireless. These guys are doorbell experts, they're vending machine experts, so we're taking that complexity off them. But it's not just about simplifying the wireless stack aspect, we're also simplifying the certification aspects. So all of these products come pre-certified. In the case of the 037, it's pre-certified with an antenna on board. In the case of the 007, it's pre-certified without an antenna on the actual module itself, but we provide fully certified antenna solutions in the datasheets. And all the customer has to do is copy those antennas exactly, and the certifications are maintained. So again, we're removing the complexities, the stack and the RF design, allowing them to really focus on their application.
Perfect. All right, that makes sense. So you mentioned it in response to the vending machines and connecting that data to someplace else. In the presentations, it talks a little bit about the cloud connectivity and where you can connect the Wi-Fi to and some of the services we provide. Can you expand on what does Silicon Labs offer as far as cloud?
Well, cloud is an interesting topic in itself. It's not just this product itself is providing the cloud aspects. The cloud is a feast of opportunity for most people. If people in the service industry are using cloud products such as ServiceMax, or if they're using SAP as a back-end thing, these are all services that our customers are looking to strap together. In our case, what we're actually focusing on is making sure that data is true and that product itself is secure. What of course being connected to the internet means is that you are potentially exposed to hackers and other malicious threats. So we try to close the loop a little bit here. We try to ensure that firmware that is put on that device is digitally signed for that one and only device. You cannot put fraudulent software on. If the software can be enhanced through feature enhancements, which may cost money, you want to make sure that those features are delivered when a customer's paid. They can't take a binary image from another product and copy it over and get those additional features. So we're looking at the security of a product, therefore we're looking at the safety of a product. If you want an analogy, one that we're all familiar with is obviously the Tesla vehicle. The Tesla vehicle is a security problem. If somebody gets into that product, they can make that vehicle do very dangerous things. So Tesla themselves, they have a device management service which allows them to deliver firmware uniquely for that one and only vehicle. Third parties can't post firmware to that vehicle. At the same aspect, if a customer wants enhanced features that Tesla may want to charge for, then the software enablement is there to be uniquely turned on for that one and only vehicle. If we expand that out a little bit, you can imagine that Tesla may want to charge $8,000, $10,000 for a feature. They therefore want to make sure you cannot copy that feature to another one of your vehicles. They want you to pay that money again. And that's really, again, where device management comes in, and that's what the Silicon Labs service is all about.
Okay, so at the core, it's a reliable, secure ability for the Wi-Fi to interact with remote software updates that could add features or update the images.
That's correct.
But it's a little bit more complex. What we're telling customers is we offer a solution, it's reliable, and using the Wi-Fi Xpress, you have the opportunity to add that to your project if that was a requirement from your marketing department or in your product planning.
I think that it's a function of ensuring your product is secure, because brand image is important. If your product is pushed out to the field and you don't have these device management capabilities and something does happen, it's not the product that's offered out as a problem, it's your brand that's offered out as a problem. So, companies can spend hundreds of millions of dollars generating a brand. Missing this very one aspect could cost you that. And so this is an enhancement, if you will, to what your product should go to market with. It's not a mandatory thing. It remains an optional thing. It works in collusion with all the other cloud stuff. So if they want to use Amazon, they can. They want to use Azure, they can. It's all options. And
that's what I was getting at. Is it's the ability and the capability of adding those features beyond just Wi-Fi connectivity. And in having that ability, it makes this project or product more appealing.
That's right.
It's not necessarily required, but you have that ability to add those additional requirements and features, and you know that the Silicon Labs solution is going to do it securely and provide you assistance along the way. So,
that's right.
Cool.
And we should also think about the other business model enhancements that come. A lot of customers out there have got products, for example, HVAC systems, where they sell a product and it's a one-time sell. Particularly in HVAC. A customer will never replace their HVAC system for 5, 10, 15 years. But if you can enhance a secure product, or you can provide a secure product that enables you to enhance your product business models, where you can now supply the consumables, the filters, the UV lamps and such like directly and autonomously from a product, then you have all this follow through and pull through business that comes about. The example being your HVAC system, most likely the one in your house has got the same filters it did last year, but if that product were able to self-order and you get it delivered through Amazon Prime, it just all happens. The company now sold an extra $50 worth of stuff without raising a finger.
Perfect. I understand, and there's a lot of customers that are looking to add those types of capabilities, and that's where Wi-Fi is really an exciting opportunity for us to offer that to the customers. How do you suggest, real simply, how do you suggest customers get started with Wi-Fi Express, and what do we offer to help engineers get started quickly?
This is a great question, and what we've actually tried to do with this product launch, we brought out a new evaluation kit which replaces the older Zentry product. It's called the AMW007-E04. What it does is it builds on the Zentry platforms, but now you have the expansion headers, which allows you to plug it into products such as the EFM8 microcontrollers. So again, we're enabling internet connectivity in very low-cost products here as well. So you can come at this product line using that evaluation board with our existing microcontroller development kits, or you could use it the way that historically Zentry provided, which was through a USB and a terminal interface, which is basically how people would use it if they were to use third-party microcontrollers.
Perfect. We didn't even touch about the 8-bit support. So that's the beauty of it, is now you can add this to your 8-bit device, your 32-bit device, and it looks like you said that new development kit plugs right into those development
That's right.
kits. So perfect. Well, we'll make sure that we get that out, and people listening will have that in the slides that you're looking at. But perfect. I think this is a good start to giving details. There's probably a little bit more we can cover, but we'll save that for another podcast if you are available in the future.
Sure.
But thanks, Nick, and hopefully everyone got their questions answered, and take more time to research these Wi-Fi Express products on the Silicon Labs website.
I encourage you to go out and go get an evaluation kit for yourselves. You'll see how simple it is even before you go to see the customers.
Perfect. Thank you.